Hello, my name is Matthew Leach. At the Bailiwick Express, we cover everything from pressing political issues to court stories, charitable events, and local interest pieces. We've recently started to look back every Monday over the past 7 days to see which stories resonated with our audience, and the results are always surprising. Using Google Analytics, we've been ranking our top 5 stories each week and have decided to record ourselves doing so to give you a look behind the curtain. I'll be joined by Kit Hannah, Poppy Murray and Matt Fallais each week to discuss the most talked about stories of the past 7 days. Welcome back to the top 5. We are here. It's me, Matthew Leach. This is the last time I'll ever be doing this, and I've only done it 3 times. So next week you'll have our new editor for 6-month period, Laura Clayton, so she can do this with you instead next week. I'm here with Poppy.
Hello.
And Kit.
Hello.
First off, so this is our top 5 stories of last week, which is in between the dates of... I can't remember now. I have to double check them. It would have been... 12th, 14th to the last 7 days, last week.
Last 7 days.
Top 5 stories of last week, and there is a first for the top 5, which is a story that has rolled over from the week before.
Oh, wow.
So there is a story from 2 weeks ago, which was the 3rd most read story last week, still, which is pretty impressive, I
I
think.
don't remember it, but yeah.
So let's start at the bottom. This is going through Google Analytics and trying to have a look at what our most popular and most well-read stories are. So you said you got a list of your predictions there, Poppy.
Yeah, so I think we had a successful week.
What do you think the top one is?
I think the top one's going to be the guy who took photos, recreated past photos of Guernsey.
That's a good guess.
Heavily shared, that one.
Yeah.
We'll start number 5. So our 5th most popular story last week was cesspit collections.
Oh, wow.
So last week we ran a story about how there is a backlog of cesspit collections at the moment. That was one of my stories. I was surprised that came up there.
I'm extremely surprised that came up.
There is a staffing issue with cesspit lorry drivers. So people have got overflowing cesspits. So
I mean, it is a problem.
it is a problem, and it's a
Yeah.
very serious story. So we've started strong with number 5. Number 4 is a Kit story, which is the stilted houses.
Oh, yeah, of course.
People like
People like that.
that.
I thought they might. I didn't think it would be top 5, but
So tell me how you found that story.
I was just looking through the press list, and normally we'd only go for a big development. This is only 3 houses, but I thought it was just quite a unique design. There's been chatter about putting stilted houses on the car park above the PEH instead of building on the field, so I thought I'd just do it, and there you go. People liked it.
People like an interesting development. Anything that's being built anywhere,
Yeah.
Yeah.
people seem to really like. Are any of these on your list yet,
No,
Poppy?
I'm
Oh,
way
wow.
off now.
So number 3 is a story that was super popular last week still, and is a rollover. It's a story from the week before, which is no one should go through this alone.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's nice that that's still up there.
so what is this one again? This is the...
So this is the woman who was trying to raise funds so that she could travel with her father and mother for her dad's having brain surgery in Southampton.
Wow. So that obviously got a lot of likes, a lot of shares. People are still
people
talking about
care
it.
about people. I'm surprised it's still there this week, but that's nice.
People do care about people.
Yeah.
And you say that one's now, like...
That is the last week. That was the 3rd most read story
Yeah, wow.
out of all of our stories, and that's a rollover, and that's the first for
Yeah.
the top 5.
Yeah.
Number 2 will make you feel even better then, because it's Connor.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, of course.
That definitely deserved as many likes and shares and conversations as it got.
So that was the one where he's rebuilding his life, right? Did you go meet him?
Yeah, I did. So met him in person for the first time. So he's back in the island after nearly a year away, after his fall, which paralysed him. So yeah, it's nice to meet him. Lovely guy.
I went to primary school with him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Really
several
nice guy.
stories now, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's been 3 or 4, I think.
And have you got a follow-up story from Belfast out? Is that right? Are you still going to be doing that?
Yeah. I'm going to get in touch with that guy.
There's because he got in contact with us, didn't he, to offer something to Connor.
Yeah.
Very
People
nice.
are rallying behind him.
And the first story, now I don't know who wrote this, is a Condor one. The unreasonable to turn up at night one.
That was one on my list. So
was it?
Of the 6 I wrote down, one of them was an accurate guess.
So what happened there?
So Condor was running 3 to 4 hours late one Saturday evening, which meant it didn't get into Guernsey until after midnight, and it held up all the coach staff, it held up the hospitality staff, and it was just a bit of a nightmare.
And you spoke to some of the hospitalities. Who did you speak to?
So we spoke to Island Coachways,
yeah.
And it's not the first time this has happened. So they were a bit frustrated about that.
And not the last.
Probably not the last.
No, you'd hope it would be, but you're not sure. I meant to be on the Condor on Monday, so fingers crossed. That's great. Those are good stories, I think.
Good set, yeah.
We didn't get any exams, Kit, like that was one of your suggestions.
Yeah, no exams.
We've got GCSEs this week, we've got the North Show this week, we've got the Nurses' Pay. I reckon that'll be quite high next week.
That's already been shared quite a bit.
You've done quite an amazing piece on parental support in the islands, so I'm hoping that will do quite well. Unfortunately, I won't be here to find out, but I'm sure you'll let me know.
We'll tell you, yeah, don't worry.
Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for listening to the Bailiwick Express podcast. The title track was Shift My Weight by Luno. If you enjoyed it, I know it's a pain, but please like and share. It all helps, and remember, you can hit bailiwickexpress.com to stay right up to date with whatever is happening in the Bailiwick. You can find us online, on social, on email, and on internet radio. There'll be more from me, Matthew Leach, and all the Bailiwick Express team next Friday.